You don't think so, Toni?
No, I'm agreeing. I'm just going, that is horrible.
Anna Faris and Toni Collette are dishing on the scheming sisters they play in The Estate. And we've got the stories that define the week on People in 10. I'm Makonjovu, bringing you everything you need to know about pop culture right now. 10 minutes are on the clock, so let's get to it with the first 5. Starting with People's 2022 Sexiest Man Alive.
Hi, I'm Chris Evans, and you are at People's Sexiest Man Alive photo shoot, and apparently it's me, according to my mom. This is something she can really brag about.
But the actor doesn't expect the same reaction from his friends.
This will just be a point of like bullying to my friends. I mean, this is, ripe for harassment.
And what would young Chris think about nabbing the sexy title?
He'd probably be pumped, because this would probably be like the road to the cool table, which I was not at.
And while he plays tough guys on screen,
Avengers! Assemble.
he's got quite the sensitive side too.
Wife, kids, building a family, and that's absolutely something I want. I love the idea of tradition and ceremony. I had a lot of that in my life, so the idea of recreating that is, I can't think of anything better. I think declarations of love are great. I love love. I'm a bit of a sap like that.
That's another Sexiest Man Alive, done and dusted. But who might be vying for the title in the future? It could be Brooklyn Beckham, who's always loved his dad David's cool style. But now it's his time to shine.
Once I was done stealing his clothes, I kind of wanted to just come up with my own style. And I think my style, it's very skater, early 2000s, baggy jeans, t-shirt, and just some messed up shoes.
Pierce Brosnan's sons, Dylan and Paris, aren't shy about putting their own spin on dad's wardrobe.
I think when I was a teenager and in high school, I wound up with all these old cool leather jackets and shoes of his and stuff like that.
Right.
So
he'll see me wearing something and I'll be like, I used to have a jacket like that. And I'll be like, yep, well, looks better on me now.
And Michael Consuelos says he won the lottery with his dad, Mark Consuelos, except when Mark tries to copy his style.
I don't like that. It's funny, when I got new glasses, and then my dad texted me where did you get those glasses? And I'm like, oh no. Can you at least pick a different color so we're not completely,
Moving on now to the posts you've been loving this week. Rebel Wilson is a mom. She shared the first pic of her beautiful miracle, Royce Lillian, her first child, welcomed via surrogate. This as Brittany Mahomes reveals a sneaky peeky of her recent maternity photo shoot. She and hubby Patrick Mahomes are currently expecting baby number 2, a boy. And we got a behind the scenes look at 2022's CFDA Fashion Awards on Monday night, with Halle Bailey showing off a daring Carolina Herrera dress and red hot accessories before she ran into someone special. Yep, that's pal Natalia Bryant, who was also pretty in pink, a pink hooded gown by Tom Ford. And she was thrilled to run into her auntie, Lala Anthony, at the event, who was caught earlier in the night by pro paparazzo Kim Kardashian. Inside, Keke Palmer gave us a peek at the tables. Yum, that looks good. While Vanessa Hudgens posed for a sweet selfie with Kerry Washington and designer Vera Wang. This after Kerry honored fashion royalty, celeb stylist Law Roach, who made history as the CFDA's first Stylist Award recipient. That was one chic night. Next up, a story you've been following closely on People.com.
I always thought by 30 I would be married, I'd have kids.
Olivia Culpo is opening up on her new show about her love life and her former boyfriend, Nick Jonas. Olivia admits she thought they were going to get married before Nick ended the relationship in 2015, leaving her with, quote, no sense of identity. And from a breakup to a potential makeup, sources tell People that Arena Shayk very much loves her ex, Bradley Cooper, as the pair was spotted showing some PDA in the Big Apple this week. This as Jennifer Lopez embraces her rekindled romance and life as Mrs. Affleck.
Hello.
Hi.
She tells Vogue that legally taking her husband Ben Affleck's last name is romantic. And speaking of romantic, we're celebrating not one, but 2 star-studded weddings. ABC News' Dr. Jennifer Ashton married TV producer and Red Sox chairman Tom Werner this week, while retired football player Michael Orr, who inspired The Blind Side, exchanged vows with his longtime love, Tiffany Roy. And we're continuing to mourn the death of Aaron Carter, who died Saturday at just 34 years old.
You're always with me, even though you're far away.
As Aaron's death is being investigated, a close source tells people that he never really dealt with a lot of the trauma in his life, and his struggle with substance abuse only got worse after losing multiple family members.
His older sister died of an overdose in 2012, and his father died of an apparent heart attack in 2017.
Losing his dad really threw Aaron into a spiral, according to that insider.
During an emotional concert on Sunday, his older brother, Nick Carter, found support from his bandmates as the Backstreet Boys honored Aaron on stage in London.
We'd like to dedicate this next song to our little brother, Aaron Carter.
Nick wrote on social media that he will miss his brother more than anyone will ever know, while Aaron's twin sister, Angel, vowed to carry him with her for the rest of her life.
And Hilary Duff made headlines when she posted about his death. They dated in the early 2000s, and she wrote that she was sorry he had to struggle in front of the whole world. She added, "Boy, did my teenage self love you deeply."
We are thinking of Aaron's friends and family. Now, let's throw it over to Andrea for some screen time.
I'm so excited to be joined now by Faris Toni Collette, whose new movie, The Estate, is out in theaters now.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
I highly doubt it. Why? What are you thinking?
That we need to go see Aunt Hilda.
What for? Give her some flowers or something?
Yeah, take her some flowers and get our hands on that inheritance money.
I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. For question number 1, you have to give me 1 answer. For question number 2, you have to give me 2 answers, and so on. Let's get started. First up, in the movie, you play sisters, hoping to win over your terminally ill and extremely rich aunt to become beneficiaries on her will. Unfortunately, other family members, aka David Duchovny and Rosemary DeWitt, have the same idea and get involved. This feels like one epic competition to win over Aunt Hilda. So in your real life, what is one thing you're extremely competitive about?
Ooh. Gosh. Who can stack the dishwasher the best?
Yeah. God, I'm gonna go with I make a mean roast chicken, and sometimes I'm not the best skier, but I can get a little competitive on the slopes. It's the only physical activity I enjoy.
I didn't know that you were a skier. Wait, that's so cool. You love the slopes, huh?
I love the slopes.
You heard it here on People in 10.
This movie has everything, highs and lows, with so many hysterical and heartfelt moments in between. And it was so cool watching the two of you play such multi-dimensional characters. Can you name 2 scenes, one from each of you, that were extra fun to play?
I loved, there's a scene where we're trying to convince our younger sister, well, we're prepping her to go and do something that's highly inappropriate and we should never have asked her to do. And there was a lot of improvisation around that, which was very, very funny.
What the hell is wrong with you people?
I really loved our dinner scene when we're all around the table and everybody has their agenda.
You seem to have caught the sun today, Hilda. You've got a little bit of a glow.
It's jaundice.
The cast is so funny. At those dinner scenes, who was cracking people up the most?
David. Would you say David, Tony? And
I think it was David.
So Richard, call me Dick. I like Dick now. Dick.
Oh, you like Dick now?
I prefer Dick.
The scenes where, I don't want to give too much away, but when he's talking about being cousins, those scenes are just so funny.
Macy, Mercy, you are looking mighty fine.
Tony, I know you're originally from Australia, and Anna, you're from Maryland. Name 3 things that you miss the most about those places.
The ocean for me. The light is very specific in Sydney. My family.
Maryland crabs, beer, and the people. And the Inner Harbor. There's something wonderful. Maryland is just a hidden gem.
If you took your characters, Macy and Savannah, out for a night, name 4 things, 2 from each of you, that you would get into by the end of the night.
Oh my God, Macy would have no decisions. I mean, she would be dragged along from dodgy place to dodgy place by her sister Savannah and have no say in it whatsoever.
I definitely feel like there would be a criminal thieving element to the night. I think Savannah would be wasted, shameless. I don't know. She might be the kind of person that would steal somebody's lipstick or phone in the bathroom or something like that. You don't think so, Toni?
No, I'm agreeing. I'm just going, that is horrible. But
I know.
I think I would be the designated driver and probably not have quite as much fun and make you like hold your hair back as you're vomiting out the window of the car.
Will you at least think about it? Finally, give us 5 reasons to watch The Estate.
It'll make you laugh your ass off.
Yeah, laughter. We have an amazing cast.
It's truly very, very, we already said funny, but it's smart funny. There's a difference.
It's fun to watch a movie where you feel hesitant to really root for anybody. And for me, it was fun to play such a unabashedly kind of self-absorbed character with her only agenda is like loving her sister and being loyal to her sister and getting that money.
I have completely lost sight of what we're doing here.
Toni and Anna, thank you so much for being here. Everyone, be sure to watch The Estate. It's out in theaters now.
All right, friends, that's it. See you back here next Thursday.